to teach me. But Busy, tell me how you, because we were just listening to Margarita, which I feel that this is going to be a summer anthem. So tell me how you were inspired. Were you like on the beach sipping a jalapeno margarita, or what was going on?
I was actually at my friend's house. You know what I mean? I was at
Okay.
my friend's house, like a brother house, and I walked into the kitchen area, and they got this other little area that like drinks was there. You know what I mean? Different bottles, a different thing. I was like, yo, margarita. I want to make a song about margarita. Just saying it like a joke, but
Yeah.
I actually do a lot of stuff like that. I actually just say it out, and then I act it out.
Wow, and then it just becomes something.
It just becomes a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My musician was there, Jovi. He was there. You know, we started making the rhythm. Junior Nourish, the label, you know, that teams up with me on it as well. You know, yeah. Nourish and Gorilla Music Source. And I just came up with some, you know, melodies and stuff, and put a little splash of steel drums in it. You know, steel pan, that type of tropical flavor in it, and try to refreshen the sound. That's what out there right now. Because the last time I heard some steel pan sound, I think it was in 50 Cent.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what you heard about me. Yeah.
I heard that sound. I was like, yo, yeah. I want this type of sound in it. You know, I just came up with the whole stuff and the idea, and we just put it together as with my small team, and we're right here now. This actually is my first interview covering this type of stuff, and I'm honored. Yeah.
Oh, well, we're certainly honored to have you on the show. And how has the reception been towards the song? Because it's the perfect time. It was the first day of summer yesterday.
Yes, I mean it's great. It's been tremendous, and I mean we also plan to get this video done, like get it out there visual, like people could see what's happening. You know, showcase different type of, you know, different, as you said, just chilling, relaxing at the beach, or even by a bar or by the pool or some. It's summertime. You know what I mean? Just enjoying yourself, having fun, with entertainment in the background, like that type of backsplash with the entertainment zone. You know what I mean? That right type of mood. It's not too fast, it's not too slow, it's not too high pitch. People could sing along with it. Yeah. Those concern was there when I was writing and was making the song.
Nice. And speaking of backsplash, like, where are you right now? Because that looks gorgeous. Where are you?
I'm actually in Stanford right now. You know what I mean? I'm in Stanford, Connecticut. Yeah.
Stanford where?
Not Stanford, Connecticut, in the U.S.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're in the U.S. at the moment. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what beautiful part of Jamaica are you in right now?
Yeah, I'm sure Jamaica is like Jamaica's whole thing. Like, you know Jamaica. But right here at the moment, but it's still a Caribbean vibe. We could bring that type of tropical. I bring that tropical with me wherever I go. You know what I mean? I represent my nation, I represent my country, represent the whole culture, and also represent myself and try to be that better version of me every day. So, you know, we keep it tropical wherever I'm at. Even if it's snowing, I'm hot. You know what I mean? Hot, like, yeah.
You keep it hot like fire.
You say it right. Hot like fire.
You say it better though. So Busy, it was just Father's Day yesterday. Did you celebrate? Are you a dad? Like, what did you do on Father's Day?
I'm a dad of a couple of kids, a couple. But I mean, yesterday was, I actually wasn't with none of my kids at the moment. Well, yesterday in the whole Father's Day moment, but I talked to them. But I mean, I wasn't with them because I was back and forth doing some promo, and you know, we got some stuff doing. Even with this track, we're doing some different promos, trying to see what type of level of marketing we could get it going with, and different sponsors to come on board, because it's such a nice song and we want to just get that out there. But I didn't really celebrate like, you know, some people do, get gifts, that I didn't even get one gift from anyone.
Oh no.
Get Happy Father's Day for my babies, and that's it.
Oh, well, that's a nice gift. The Happy Father's Day message from the kids.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing. You know, some people might reach out and give you something that counts too. But when a child, even if it's not your biological child, or even if it's not your biological children, when they could reach, because I saw this post bigging up my daddy, even though I'm his adopted daughter, but he treated me so like I'm, you know what I mean? Those posts is touch,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's really, you know, getting that from my kids, even other people's kids, you know what I mean? It's just the best thing and the best feeling.
Yeah, because the father-child dynamic can come in so many different ways. Because I also, my stepdad, my real dad passed away, but he was like a dad. And then my stepdad was also like a dad. So it's like I've had
Whoa.
two dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good,
Um,
it doesn't mean biological, like it doesn't have to be that to be a dad. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to go that way for you to be a dad or to be a parent. You could, you know, people could, it's just the care and the love and how you treat each other, the reaction, the different action, the different responsibilities. So it's just a joy and a blessing for whoever shared the moment and everything. But I personally didn't get to like celebrate and that type of stuff.
Because you're busy, because you're living up to the name. That's why. Always the busy guy. That's how you got your name in the first place, isn't
Oh
it?
my God. It's crazy. Crazy, man. You know, we just out here on the grind. I'm never complacent. I'm never comfortable in what I do in terms of like being like, okay, I'm at this level. Screw that. I'm done with it. I made it. I'm all right. Nah, I'm never like that ever. Every day I approach it like I never had it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's what keeps you inspired, like having that feeling like it might not be there tomorrow, that kind of thing. Oh,
It might not. It
yeah.
just might. You know what I mean? It's sad to say, but when you check that reality, none of us might not be here tomorrow. So we got to do what we can today. I'm not saying you can't party, you can celebrate, you can't, but sometimes, depending on what is happening at the moment, you probably have to skip that. You know what I mean? And put that priority up front.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good advice. So Busy, you know what time it is right now? It is time for the 10 and 10 challenge, okay?
Whoa.
And the 10 and 10 challenge is basically 10 random and revealing questions that I'm going to ask you. They're really going to give the audience a chance to get to know you so much better, because I kind of see you as the international man of mystery, but we'll get into that. So my first question for you, are you ready for question number 1? This is like the icebreaker, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So complete the sentence, I give the best blank.
I give the best blank. Let me see now.
Yeah, what's the blank? What are you the best at?
I would say I give the best songs for that one.
Good
Yeah.
one. Good one.
Mm-hmm.
So on the flip side of that, I give the worst blank.
Oh, well, I give the worst. I probably give the worst.
Foot massages. I give bad foot massages because I don't like. I'm not a big foot person.
I give the worst communication. When it's time to communicate. Yeah, I do that.
Oh, what do you mean? Like in terms of like in a.
You know, like in terms of like sometimes I don't get back to my peoples like that because I'm somewhere else. You know, my job leads me a whole bunch of places. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Even with the females, sometimes I get cussed out like every second sometimes.
Because you're not texting back, is that why?
Yeah, sometimes I think I'm one of the worst at, you know, this whole phone situation.
Yeah, that can certainly lead to getting cursed out.
I'm not the, but maybe I'm one off. Yeah.
Got it. All right, good answers. Okay, so question number 2. I'm gonna name 3 of your song titles, and I'm gonna ask you a question around the title of the song. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
So the first one is The Gambler, which is from Reggae's Gone Country, right? Your album, Reggae's Gone Country. So I want to know from you, what's the biggest gamble you've ever taken, the biggest risk you've ever taken, and has it paid off yet? Is it paying off? Like, what's the deal?
The biggest risk I ever taken was...
Yeah, like in life.
In life, the biggest risk I ever taken was being Busy Signal.
Yeah.
It paid off. Maybe not fully, but it's in the process, and you know we're getting better at it. Because I used to be living here in the States, you know what I mean. I got into stuff, and then I went back to Jamaica, and then came Busy Signal. So I started doing music. You know, I decided like, okay, my whole family migrated here. You know what I mean? Back in the 90s, early 90s. And then my brothers and everyone, you know, everybody go to school, we go to college. I skipped school. I went to school for one day. In the United States, I went to Weaver High in Bloomfield, Connecticut for one day.
Oh,
and then
wow.
back to school ever. This is not good, kids. Kids, if you're listening right now, school, education, you got to get that because I got to educate myself after all of this. But anyways, I went to school for a matter of fact, not even, you know, school is not for 24 hours.
Yeah.
School is for like a couple of hours. And I went to
Why
school
one
for
day? What was it that made you say, oh, I'm never going back?
I did not like school. That's just being blunt. I didn't like school. So I went to school for one day, ran out with friends, escape, go around the security guard, and just leave with friends. You know what I mean? And my dad, he sat me down, and said, hey, school, you gotta, hey, what you doing? You can't stay at the house if you're not gonna do school. You know what I mean? So the ultimatum was given, and I was like, you know what I mean? And still my dad, he didn't give up on me. He sent me around one of his friends that got like a whole sound system set up. So I was in the basement over there, you know, messing around with sound, trying to be a DJ in my own head and everything. Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Jamaica and try to do music from that end. I was young, didn't understand anything about like the business part of music or whatever you got to go through. And I went there. That was a big risk.
Yeah.
That was a big
How old
risk.
were you at that time? Like 17 or something?
I was like, well, I stopped going to school and then a couple of years passed. You know, I was doing this little DJ thing in New York or Connecticut side, you know, and then a couple of years passed and then I decided to, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think at the time going to Jamaica, I was like 19 by then.
Okay.
By 19, 20 or something like that.
Still
You know what I mean?
really young.
Left my immediate family here. My father, my mother, my brothers here. And I went to Jamaica on my own by myself. Dude, that's a risky thing.
That is a risky thing, and you made it work. And it kind of plays into the next song, right? Bad Man Place with Mavado.
Mavado, yeah.
So I know I was watching another interview that you did, and you said that I think it was once you dropped out of high school, you kind of were living that street life for a while, and you were kind of in that bad man place for a while, right? So how did you end up getting to a better place from the bad man place that you experienced and that you were in?
I focus, and I lead. I don't just do that peer pressure thing, and I don't just follow my peers in what they do, or follow people or whatever things I see on the TV or on the back then. Those was the VHS time. You know, we get a little VHS DVD stuff or whatever back then, and watching movies. I don't just snap out and do crazy stuff. I lead and I focus and I think like, yeah, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I'm around stuff. I see stuff going on. We know people who get into stuff, but I stay away from that. I try to focus on my music. It took a while, but I'm right here and now I'm still trying to climb, still trying to be better each day. So it's like, I think the focus on that inner drive. You know what I mean? My mom, she always be praying for me. My dad, he loved, you know, my parents loved me, but I was one of those rebellious type, thinking that I know it all, thinking that I could do it all by myself. I still got to run back to them on the phone when I'm in Jamaica. I still got to call. I still got to, hey, mommy, could you send me $20? Because I still got to do that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we make it to this level where I'm trying to climb still, and I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Like impart my knowledge to my peers at this time and younger than me. Sometimes I have some lectures that I speak to kids at the school, speak to kids in college, just to show them from my point of view what's happening in my field, in my, you know what I mean, on my channel, so they could really adjust to whatever field. Because you don't got to be an artist to get into stuff. You could be in any field. Things happen. You know what I mean? You could be anywhere. You probably got to defend yourself. You're going to need that street defense type of thing. You're going to need that at some point. Some point you could dial 911, yes, but sometimes it's more urgent than the police. You got to deal with stuff right there by yourself. You know what I mean? So it's just life. And I'm so happy that I made it this far where I could be speaking to you right now, because it's a whole bunch of stuff we've been through. You don't just take one day to be here. I've been doing music professionally. This year makes 16 years.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
it was, what was it, 2003, 2004?
2005.
2005, you came out with your first.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but the first one came out like late 2000, like I think September, October, November 2004. Step
Right.
Out came out, but it was really 2005 when people know me. So I have to count it in. If I go like the little mixtape vibe and stuff, I started doing those since 2003. But like professionally, 2005 right now, it's quite a while.
And just being an artist and being out there and being in the public eye, I'm sure, yeah, you've had certain encounters and situations where.
Hey, I've got situations, situations, laying down situations. I got a whole bunch of situations.
A whole bunch of Asians.
A whole bunch of situations. Yeah.
But you made it through. You made it through. I want to ask, because you were talking about your parents, and I know they weren't happy when you dropped out of high school, but how do they feel now that they're seeing their son, on magazine covers and all this music out there and people going crazy when you perform? I mean, there's got to be a sense of pride. Yeah.
All of them is busy signal. Like, they're all proud. They know the whole thing. They know, it was somewhat problematic back then, but they all see the thrive. They see the drive. They see the zeal. They see all of that stuff. They see the determination. They see me never giving up. They see me never just listening to the template from somebody else. They see me living it, going through it. I have my problems. I have my ups and downs. I have my different side of the law. I have all kinds of different stuff, but I'm right here and I'm so blessed and I'm so honored. And I have to thank God, the Most High, who really blessed the whole thing and really set the whole channel and my path and clear that for me, because it's like I said, it's not just an easy road. You know what I mean? Because some people probably see artists, I'm sipping on a jalapeno margarita, you sipping on what you sipping on. And we just having fun talking. They see this thing. Or they probably see, maybe if it was one of those days where I put some of my jewelry on, I probably would be gleaming right now. And, I got like $500,000 US on me. Nah, they see that. But they don't see when you struggling. They don't see when you waiting at the studio. They don't see when you losing sleep. They don't see when you fill up with gas and you don't remember to eat and you get sick because you don't remember to eat. You got that gastro stuff. You got to be back and forth to the bathroom. They don't see that. They don't see you fainting backstage before you go on stage. They don't see that. You know what I mean? A lot of them don't see that. They don't see
Very true.
They don't see you passing up because maybe the weed is too strong. They don't see that part. You know what I mean? But they see you driving. You got that Benz. You got that Lamborghini. They say, "Wow, I want to be like that." But they, are you ready to take that risk? Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to go through all of that stuff? Because to reach to that level or to maintain, which is even harder than reaching it in some places, some ways, reaching it, but to maintain that level, a lot of people don't even think about that. They only see one.
Oh, I think I lost your audio.
I'm right here. I'm back.
You're back. Yes. Phew.
Yeah,
you're back.
Yeah. So some people,
you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think especially with social media and the fact that people just see like the good, the flashy stuff, the fun stuff all the time, and they don't necessarily know, like you said, everything that it takes behind the scenes to even reach those moments.
You know what I mean? You see all those beautiful girls on the gram posting, you know what I mean? They got that stuff well done. They got this stuff well done, but they go through pain for that. Some of them go through pain. They go through some of them it's natural, some of them it's a blessing, but some, or maybe most of them, go through a little something for that. And you probably can't, she probably couldn't sit down for like a week or probably, we heard about stuff. I probably sponsor a couple stuff as well. But at the end of the day, this take a whole bunch of stuff. You don't just get to that level. What you see is not always what you get. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And we always put our best foot forward, right? We don't show all the behind the scenes stuff. So no, you're absolutely right. I want to ask you about this song as well. You kind of touched a little bit on this, but Unknown Number, I love that song, by the way. I think that was from 2007, right? So I just want to know a couple of things. One, do you answer private calls? Like when I'm getting a lot of spam calls right now, but do you answer private calls? But that's my first question.
I have bad experiences with private calls and back in the day. So I was like, yo, just like what like we said when we first started this interview, and I was like, I just walked into my homie's kitchen and I saw the margarita among different drinks, and I was like, yo, I want to make a song about that.
Yeah.
Same day, same evening, we did that. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just released. It's just releases the other day, but we did that like I think
In one day, like one evening, you made it happen.
The rhythm, the beat, the everything. You know what I mean? So it's like I was getting a whole bunch of calls. Back then, it was like it wasn't smartphone like these type of phones. You know what I mean? It was before we could see each other on the phones and stuff. And I was getting a whole bunch of calls, and some of them was like private numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude tried to, yo man, I heard you with my girl.
Oh
you know
no!
I mean?
You used to get
Represent like a Jamaica bad word, you know the different thing we say in Jamaica. Say, yo, I'm to that brother, I'm to that, and you know we just have to do our like a Jamaican thing, and then we block that person. Then now they try to private or try to call from a different number. Yeah. Girls do the same thing. Oh, you say you're gonna link me, you say you're gonna call me tomorrow, today, we're gonna have dinner with it. I don't remember nothing about it. And then I hang up, and then they blah 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 in my ears again, and I hang up, and they call back private. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fix this. Yeah. I'm gonna fix it. Yeah. So back then, you know, in 07, I was like, yo, I'm gonna make a song. That back in the days, I think DeMarco is also an artist. Yeah.
Love
he's
DeMarco.
He's the one who's the one who make that beat for me. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, the private number beat. Okay, and you were saying that you're not very good at texting, but do you have a favorite way of communicating, whether it's on the phone, like to those people you do want to speak to, like WhatsApp? Is it FaceTime? Is it texting? Is it?
I do WhatsApp and I do FaceTime, but I prefer to link up in person.
Yeah.
I love that. You know what I mean? I love that.
You're a face-to-face kind of guy.
I'm the organic type. Like I prefer just to like, yo, which part there? Where you going with? Where you at? Yo, we are link up, play some dominoes, you could chill, probably could cook something, put something on the grill. We got drinks. I don't like the phone thingy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you could come to me. Yeah, DJ, okay, I'll send you a ticket. Or you just buy your own ticket, whatever it is, but we link up in person. I like that. I love that.
Yeah. I appreciate that too, for sure. Okay, so on to question number 3. So my favorite Versus battle, and of course, you know, Swizz and Timbaland did an incredible job with the Versus series. And one of my favorites for sure is your mentor, Bounty Killer, and Beenie Man, which was incredible. So tell me what you thought about that. And then also, what's the next dancehall matchup you would love to see happen on Versus? Would it be you versus somebody in particular? Would it be a different couple of people? Who would it be?
You know, the Beenie and Bounty thing was great. I think they probably would have to get some more icons to top that off or to try to match up to that. You know what I mean? They probably would have to have Shabba Rankin and probably Super Cat and, you know what I mean? That type of level.
Oh, that would be, wow.
Yo, if they could pull that off, that would be a milestone right there. Just like the Bounty Killer, the Beenie Man. You know what I mean? Legends like those that are still doing it up to this day. I grew up listening to Bounty Killer, Beenie Man, listening to Buju Banton, Ninja Man, Super Cat. You know what I mean? Shabba Rankin, all of the greats them from that time. Papa San, you know what I mean? He's now like, you know, he's now a Christian, like a pastor. And then you got like Lieutenant Stitchy. You got like a whole bunch of them from back then. But in terms of to top it off, where Bounty Killer and Beenie Man put that stuff to top it off, they probably would have to go like Shabba Rankin, Super Cat. That's like that would be like
that. That would be it. My mind wasn't even there in that.
Yeah.
You're right. You are so right. So you may have been asked this before, I'm sure you have, that if you were to do a Versus, who would you be going up against? Who would you like to go up against?
I don't know. Anybody who I don't know, whoever won it, we could give him, we could get it, we could do it.
Okay. So
you know
you're
what I mean?
open.
It probably would have to be something that's gonna make sense though, because I don't want to do that fun stuff in terms of just wasting my talent or wasting my time. I gotta get busy. I gotta get busy with it. So whoever they pick, I can't really, because I don't want to say it like, oh, there's nobody in the world to match up to me, or there's no one better than me. I'm not that type of person. But at the end of the day, whoever,
you kind of want to say it.
whoever is, it gotta make sense. It gotta make sense. You know what I mean? gotta make sense, and it gotta be worth it. Because I don't want to just pause my day and everything and jump on the verses to do something with someone that is not really that type
You
of
don't feel
that type of, you know what I mean? You would be a waste of time. It would be a waste of time for you to, you know, like, who's gonna step up to Sharon?
yeah, yeah,
Like, okay, well, it gotta make sense. Okay,
yeah.
she's down, she's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, no, I totally see what you're saying. We had Sean Paul on the show recently. Love Sean Paul, and of course you have that song Boom. I'm a big fan of that song. Been playing it back to back, I have to say. But Sean was saying that he wouldn't do a verses himself because it reminds him of dancehall clash culture, which, you know, can get a little dangerous at times.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
It can get a little dangerous. We see all the evidence is there. You know, it's there that what happens in terms of clashing, whether it be hip hop or dancehall. You know, we see what happened to Tupac and Biggie. We see what happened to 50 Cent and Ja Rule. We see these things happen all the time. You know what I mean? So it's you can't deny that. So that's his choice. We gotta respect a man for his choice. He made a choice. Yeah, we gotta respect. I respect that. That's Sean Paul. You know what I mean? He believed in me from before I was an artist. He always see me in Jamaica under the ackee tree, under the breadfruit tree, writing little songs in a little book page or whatever. Yeah, he gave me a ride in his van. You know what I mean? I couldn't afford a car. I was just there depending on my mommy and my daddy. And he gave me a ride back and forth. Sometimes I got to feel like AC, you know, blowing on me, that AC in Jamaica. You need that AC stuff. I was just in the sun. I was, you know what I mean? He was the first one who actually let me do a song with like an international. He was the first one who put me on to a song with Busta Rhymes. Big up Busta Rhymes. Yeah, man.
Which song was that again?
It was a song called I think what's that song called again? I think Get Serious.
I know it. I just can't remember the name.
It didn't really make it to that level, but
yeah,
get an opportunity to be on one record with Sean Paul and Busta Rhymes. That's the first time me doing a song with like an international artist outside of Jamaica.
Yeah.
Big up.
No, that's awesome. We love Sean Paul, that's for sure. So speaking of mentors, and I mentioned Bounty Killer already, but your relationship with Bounty, you've got an incredible relationship with him, and then he of course started the Alliance, which has been amazing. Some of the best dancehall artists of all time, including yourself, and Vybz Kartel was in it, and Mavado. I'm not sure sort of who's in it now and who isn't, but for you, what has your experience been being part of the Alliance, and is it really competitive in there, because you guys are all so good?
It wasn't competitive. It was just a one umbrella. It's like a family.
Yeah.
You help me, help you, help you.
Got
you know what I mean? It was that type of level. We have something, we share it up with everybody. We do what we do. If we on the same time zone, in terms of if I'm not doing nothing and Bling Dog is doing something and he's gonna record a song at the studio and I'm there, I just follow him. I'm at the studio. I probably do my little 2 lines or something. Yo, Bling Dog. Yo, Jeno. If Killer is gonna record, yo, Killer, say this right. I say, yo, this is bad. You know, say, all right, read up. Yo, Bounty Killer, yeah, and we just put all this, you know, it's like that type of unity, that it was just so strong, you know, everybody be their own giants and their own platform and their own, but respect due to Bounty Killer, respect due with the whole Alliance. When we always move, that was a powerful movement when we be together moving, doing whatever we do, especially if a promoter could afford to have all 5 of us on one show. That's like the ultimate. Back then, you have the Alliance on the flyers for one event. You're not just a great promoter. You're smart. Plus plus the whole the benefits that you're gonna get, apart from what we as the artists that's doing the work getting, the benefits from a promoter just to promote a show with the Alliance. It was such a powerful move musically. It was powerful. It still is. If we ever. Can you picture the Alliance linking up right now? You know what I mean?
Who's part of the Alliance now? Like, are you still part? Is the Alliance sort of still in action?
Well, we don't. You know how it is now, but we don't perform on the same show. You know, everybody doing their own thing, because Bounty Killer help us all, and we branch the different. You know, we become ourselves, and which in our own right. So you know, if Bounty Killer needed us to, like, after the whole pandemic or whatever, say Bounty Killer wanted to put the show on with the Alliance. You know what I mean? Vybz Kartel, he's in his situation. He probably can't do it at the moment. I don't know. But like, say Mavado, Wayne Marshall, Bling Dog, Busy Signal, Bounty Killer.
Wow.
We're ready to go. We're ready to go. You know what I mean?
That's
I don't
the
think
iconic.
anyone would probably put that little ego stuff in it and try to act like, yeah, they're the biggest thing in the world and they're bigger than life. Nah, you're not. We're doing this. And we're doing this out of the respect for ourselves and the respect for who started it and who paved the way for us, which is Bounty Killer. Yeah.
So with Bounty Killer, what would you say is the biggest lesson you learned sort of after he took you under his wing, or the best piece of advice he ever gave to you?
Continue doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Don't get misled. Don't be derailed by nothing. Don't like, just continue doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Bounty Killer is from one of the worst slums in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Likewise, a lot of us. But when you could lift up yourself out of that, like Bounty Killer, he got a saying saying like, if it's a ghetto, that means you gotta get out. Get out of the ghetto.
Yeah.
Uplift yourself and then you uplift others. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And he's always
that type of unity, like nothing is powerful like unity. You know what I mean? Unification outnumbers defeat and stuff like that. These are Martin Luther's speech, like unification outnumbers defeat. You know, when you unify, could you imagine that type of power when you unify to do whatever you're doing? Right now, if the world unified and share some of that money to different places, there will be no hungry people. There will be nobody who short just can't get no water to do what they're doing. Babies that's dying for hunger. All that money that's going into like maybe artillery and fighter jets and everything, we could supply water to somebody or to a community. Yeah. The world is not at that level anymore where you got to have all these fighter jets and you got to have all these nuclear power. No, the world past that. It's right now, if you're going to look at that part of it, the world is at biochemical right now. Science. That's where the world is at right now. Nobody talking about, like, no matter how many fighter jets you own, this is for like the world leaders, people. No matter how many fighter jets you own or how many nuclear power, you can't shoot Corona.
True. True. It's definitely opened our eyes, hasn't it? The whole world shutting down over a virus.
Crazy.
Who would have
It's
thought?
crazy. And next thing that I want them to do, like, if those type of people is listening, or if people who is listening that could take it back to those leaders or those powerful people, is give us something other than internet, but works like internet or works better than internet. Don't make it so if there's no Wi-Fi in the world for 24 hours or no internet in the world for 24 hours, everybody dies. Every business crash. Give us like a plan B, C, D. You know what I mean? Don't just let, okay, if the internet is down, the stock market crash. The airplanes is going to crash. Like, picture the internet is out of service for 24 hours. You probably don't want to be in this world. You know what I mean?
True. That would
so we need like a plan B, C, D. You know what I mean? Yeah, because if internet is A, where is the plan B? Where is the C? Where is the D? If internet is down right now worldwide, that's a catastrophe that no one wants. You know what I mean?
Absolutely right. Yeah, you do think about things that a lot of us don't think about. A very good point. Now, question number 5. So I'm going to name 3 things, right? And I want you to tell me if you believe in them or not.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me why or why not. Aliens,
there are things out there.
Yeah.
I think there are things out there. Even the Bible said sorcerers. You know what I mean? Sorcerers are out there. You read about Elijah and the chariot of fire. You read about, these things are written way before our time. You know what I mean? And then now, if you look at where the Mayans, where the drawings, where the Egyptians and all those ancient, the drawings on the wall where they draw different things and the way it looks, what could inspire those sculptures or artists to even draw those things back then? Yeah. And that was like way before our existence. So there's things out there. You know what I mean? I probably encounter that, but there's things out there. Yeah.
And then, of course, the government has released a bunch of information on
Yeah,
UFOs, and then
yeah, I saw that.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
so you believe it. Okay, so what about this one? Soulmates. Do you believe that there are soulmates?
Yes, there are.
Have you found your soulmate?
Um, uh, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still observing and still checking. But
Yeah.
yes, they are, because there are somebody for everybody, and there are some. In some cases, there probably are more than one person for a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think you could have several soulmates at once? Or you have you have to make sure none of them are watching right now.
I think because you know what, people, the connection with spirituality, and like the connection with like communication, and the connection with your feeling, your inner feeling. Trust me now, everything is not real, because some people could fake it. Some people just go Hollywood. They just act, actors, and they'll act till you get the ring. The ring will be on the finger, and they still act until they're ready to pull that real person card. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, but you could find that soulmate. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Got it. Okay, and what about this one? Ghosts. Have you had any sort of experience with a ghost? Do you believe ghosts exist?
I don't believe in ghosts.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't believe in that. You know, growing up in Jamaica, they tell you all kinds of stories. I mean, wherever you grow up, you know, they tell you all kinds of stories of ghosts. They tell you all the different type of stuff, but energies are out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A person probably could be walking a little dark place, or going into one of those ancient houses, or visit the pyramids somewhere in Africa, and then you probably feel a little feeling. You got little energies.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of ghosts and somebody and get out and I don't.
yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Okay.
Yeah.
So question number 6, doing really well. So, you know, I did a little Instagram stalking. So you're not following anyone on Instagram. So I just wondered why. Like, is that because you don't want to get caught up in sort of just seeing what everyone else is doing all the time? It could be very addictive, can't it?
It will pull you in.
Yeah.
It will pull you in. Like, if you continue that scrolling and following and going back and forth with everybody, and it will pull you in. It probably will take away from my creative energy and take away from what I do to get busy. I don't want to take away from myself. I don't want to cheat myself. I don't want to rob myself. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm bigger, better than anybody else or nothing. You know what I mean? But I don't follow anyone on Instagram. If you're a friend of Busy Signal, you know how to find me, man. Or I could find you, man. Yeah, whatever problem or troubles you're in, if I could help, I'm ready. Or whatever I'm in, if they could help, they're ready. My real peoples, my fans, they know where to get me at. You know what I mean? And I do my little live stuff. I do them once a while. Like, the last time I did a live, I think the last time I did one of those live was what?
Like one of these?
It was, yeah, like one of these. The last time I did one of these is February or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't make my whole life depend on this thing.
Yeah.
I was before social media. I was an artist before YouTube. I was an artist before these things exist. So yes, these things help me, but I don't overdo it. Some people, they on this thing every day till they forget what they really do, because they now follow people too much. You become a follower. You don't lead anymore. You don't set trends anymore. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, you can't set. It's like, how do you follow everyone and then leave yourself out? So what you're supposed to do, you don't get to do it, because you have to be seeing what this person doing. You probably just gonna be copying someone. You probably gonna not be original anymore. You're probably trying to do what everybody's trying to do, because you see that, okay, something is trending, or something is, something takes off on TikTok. So, I gotta make a song like that. I gotta sound like that, because this is what's happening right now. As you heard in the song Margarita, there is nothing in the universe that sounds like that right now.
True.
You know what I mean?
And it speaks to what you were saying before, which is about focus, right? And not letting the noise get in the way.
Yeah.
Have you ever, because I feel like we've all, as we've learned different social media platforms. We've all made some sort of blunder along the way, like some sort of social media faux pas. Have you ever done anything on social media and you're like afterwards, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or something was posted by mistake? Do you have any stories of like social media blunders that you did?
Never did.
Okay.
Never did. People hack into my people hack into my Instagram before. I think people hack into my Instagram like 2014 or something, or 13. They
and
hacked
what happened?
my Facebook. They hacked. I think some people hacked into it, putting some porn on the page and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So you see different people doing that on my page. So
yeah,
it wasn't like, but in terms of me posting stuff and messing up, nah, never.
yeah.
And that will never happen. Some people say never. Those are idiots. If you never say never, that means you're not sure about what you're doing. I could say never. That will never happen. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers to that. Yes.
I love your confidence. I do. Yeah. 'Cause you're careful about what you post, and I'm sure if anyone's running your page like you, they are well vetted.
Yeah, man. Big up to the to my social network team. You know what I mean? Walter Russell. You know what I mean? You know, Kareem, big up Kareem, big up Walter Russell, big up Tropical, DJ Tropical. You know, the team that runs this stuff is different. And they know, because I approve everything that go on my Instagram, my Facebook, my whatever. If it's a pic going up, I gotta approve. If it's a caption, I am the one who says every caption that's on my page and stuff like that. Yeah, man.
So it's truly authentic.
All my DMs and all my DMs, I go through them when I got the time. I don't do that stuff every day. It's crazy. But I go through my DMs, I reply to who I'm supposed to reply to. But as I confessed earlier, I'm bad with that. So if you don't get a response for like a month or 2 months or like 2 weeks or like a week,
or ever,
don't kill me, man. Hey, I confess that I'm not the best communicator in these things.
You did say that. You said that from the very beginning, so no one can fault you at this point because you've admitted to it. So you're good. That's your out on that one. Okay, so question number 7. You're so versatile with your music. You've done everything from EDM with Major Lazer to Lovers Rock to hardcore dancehall. Where would you say, is there sort of a place within that where you're like, oh, this is my comfort zone, this feels like 100% me? Or is it all you, or what? Like, what do you love the best?
Like I was saying earlier, I just never get comfortable with nothing. I always want to try. I always want to do more. Right now I'm trying to challenge myself to do some opera.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have any?
I was listening. I was driving yesterday when we was going to this radio station, and I was listening to Enya. You know Enya?
Enya, yeah, I remember Enya.
Said away. I love that stuff. It keep my mind it just put me in a whole different thing. Luciano Pavarotti, I listen to them. I don't know the language, but I listen to the melodies, and I'm like, okay, how could I fit something, a little dancehall, a little tropical, but try to blend it with a little bit of this thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, I do that stuff, and I try to challenge myself to do different stuff, to try the different genres, to try different type of music, different type of sound, different type of, just ways how to make people happy, just to keep it entertained and keep it busy. That's my whole MO, like every day.
That's so interesting. So what do you think, unless you know already, what do you think a Busy Signal like opera song is going to sound like, or opera inspired song? Do you have a taste? Like what can you tell us?
I don't even know. But I could be sure about one thing, Sharon. If it gets to that level that I execute that, it's gonna be good. It's gonna sound good.
I already know, yeah.
Not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna sound good, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. Once I put that Busy Signal sprinkle on it, once I put that Gorilla G mode stuff on it, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be acceptable, and we're gonna love it. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that. Like, now I need to hear that. But you were talking about, you don't stop. You're working all the time, and you do have so many songs out right now.
Oh my goodness.
So Margarita, of course, which is what we're here to celebrate, which is why we're, drinking these.
Yeah.
But Boom with Sean Paul, you've got Bang Bang with Bounty Killer. You've got another track.
Oh, wow.
Like,
wow.
songs do you make in a day?
It depends. It depends on the vibe. You know what I mean? Sometimes I make like 11 songs. The highest I ever recorded in a day is like 11 songs.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Some people may do stuff different. And then my type of vibe, I just spit. Like I put my headphones on.
Yeah.
I'm in the booth. I put my headphones on. Once we okay with the beat, I put my headphones on and I just go straight spitting. I bypass the part where we write it on the paper and then we look at it, or you write it in your notes on your phone. I just spit.
So that's just straight from your head.
Rita, yes, that me Depan the interview, live with Sharon, represent the thing, busy at Jamaican. Brr, at it. Yo, wagwan, stepping at the place, see my summer band, thing hot. Yes, that I go on, step up on the stage, can't wait to go perform. Like, I just make stuff up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's like, in
so
studio.
It's all in here, you're not even writing it down. So what if you have to do a second take?
A lot of the time, it's like sometimes I do second take. Sometimes when I do second take, it's a whole different word or it's a whole different melody at that part.
Yeah.
Because I don't write, but sometimes though, like when the whole team is in the studio, we got people who's writing while I'm spitting. So they're writing it down because they know who I am. They know who I am. They know the brain get busy. And when the brain get busy, 1 second pass and I don't remember what's that, because I'm just thinking ahead. I'm thinking, okay, what I'm gonna say next line. And you know the rhythm, the beat is going because the beat not stopping. So I gotta keep on it. So then you got the whole team. When you got the whole team, people's there writing it down, writing it out. Because so if I stop, I'm like, oh damn, what was I saying?
Yeah.
They run, come there. Oh, busy. You were saying this right here. This, that. Yeah. 1 minute. 22 seconds, this is what you said. This, that. So I got it when the whole team is there, but sometimes when I'm there by myself, a whole different thing came out when I got to do it again. Yeah.
It's a completely different side. But this is why Sean Paul said you are one of the best lyricists in the game, like, period.
It's crazy. And I thank him for that. You know, a lot of people said it, but I still thank him for that. And I thank everyone who said it, plus everyone who recognized that. Because some people, it's like, it's just over the top of their heads and they don't really see it. Then you got the sleepers. You got the sleepers who be like, yeah. And they're sleeping on him. They don't know what's coming. So they're sleeping on him. They're probably listening to something else. But they're going to get with it. You know, they got to, from the music, touch them. Because Bob Marley said, when the music hits, you feel no pain. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the music get inside of you. And before you even know who is the artist, you like the music. You know what I mean? Yeah. I heard a lot of Spanish songs, a lot of different songs. I like the music. I don't know the language. I don't speak Latin. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak any other language but Jamaican or English. You know what I mean? So when I'm doing what I'm doing, I just listen. I just love stuff. So I'm thinking, yeah, that's the same way people listen to me. If they don't even speak what I speak in most of the songs, which is like patois, the Jamaican Creole or whatever, but they like the beat or they like the sound. You know what I mean? You hear Bun to Kill and Busy. Bang! Boom! Bang! Boom! They match up them mouth, we not fear them. Bang! Boom! Bang. Kids love it. They probably don't even know what they're singing, but they're going to be singing it.
Yeah.
You know, I posed to a little boy, like, I don't even think he's 2 years old yet. And then his sister. And they was just singing it. And these are the things that...
I saw that. That was great. Yeah, I saw that.
You know what I mean? It's like people catch on. I'm sure they don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a vibe and they're feeling it. They don't know who is Busy Signal. They're young kids.
Yeah.
They probably see the name. I never met them. They never met me. But when I saw that, I repost that. Whoever show love, I repost it. I'll be like, oh, I'm not reposting that. No, I'm reposting that.
Yeah. You're grateful. You're grateful for the fans. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Definitely.
Go on. Sorry. Were you? Yeah.
No,
all right. So question number 8. So you've been in the dancehall industry. As you said, you were putting out mixtapes in 2003. You got professional in 2005. How would you say you've seen dancehall change and the industry change up until this point? Where do you want to see dancehall go over the next 5 years?
Well, I accept evolution. You know what I mean? I accept that. And things change as we go, because our culture in Jamaica, you know, we had mental type of music, you know, we have the ska music, you know, we have the roots, we have the rock steady, and then we have the reggae music, and then we have dancehall music. Now, the sound of what some people is hearing from Jamaica more frequently right now, it's the real people who know what is dancehall. They're like, what's that?
Yeah.
Because that's not really dancehall. But at the end of the day, I respect evolution. You know, the little young kids come up, they have a little twist to certain things. Some of the song, they got a vibe and everything, but the thing with the new sound, it doesn't last.
Is that like trap? Are they calling it trap hall or something? I heard that term for the first time.
Garbage, yeah. It's crazy. Like, whatever they try to call it, people know dancehall. They don't know what the hell is trap hall or whatever that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They know dancehall. You know, we know dancehall. Younger kids that's in the US, we speak to them every day. Yo, respect all you make the song with Sean Paul, respect all you make the song with Bun Tequila, real dancehall. And then they start telling you what they think. I'm talking about younger kids, like, you know what I mean? Because they grew up listening to what bam bam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They grew up listening to because that's been playing in the house ever since they, and that's never gonna stop playing. Like you're gonna hear, no, this little girl, her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. You're gonna hear these things. You're gonna hear what a bam bam. That's the most sampled song out of Jamaica in the whole universe. Maybe that's the song worldwide. Yeah. The Mama Nancy Bam Bam. That's maybe the most sampled song. It was created by Toots. You know, rest in peace to Toots Hibbert, you know, Toots and the Maytals. But Bam Bam was created by him, but the Mama Nancy, Bam Bam, that's the most sampled song worldwide. Wow. You know what I mean? And the dancehall. Okay. When these people looking to sample dancehall or anything from the culture, they're not looking to what was we saying, the trap hall or
the trap hall,
garbage that is. You know what I mean? But and then now it have a vibe, you know, some of the songs and some of the beat, they got a vibe, but you don't want to dance to that the whole year. You could dance to Notice Little Girl, her name is Mac, the whole year, till the next year. But these new stuff, it die out so quickly. It don't last, it don't have any lifespan, it don't have any shelf life, it don't have that longevity that's needed in dance. When you listen to Beenie Man, I want you dance, so Beenie fine again. Like this is dancehall. You know what I mean? And that you could play that today and it still stays. When you listen to Step Out, after me, Step Out, you know what I mean? You think that's like a new song. That's dancehall. It never dies. The good dancehall never dies. But like the evolution type of twist that they twist into it, it got a vibe, but it dies so quickly. You know what I mean? So that's that.
What advice then would you give to these younger artists who are, I guess, trying to be different, but also relevant and have that longevity?
Do research. You know what I mean? Show respect to the craft. Show respect to the culture. Show respect to the culture. Even Kanye West, when he's doing he sampled Max Romeo in Lamborghini Mercy. Your chicks is so thirsty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He sampled Lucifer, son of a morning. Yeah. I'm gonna chase you out. Then nobody ain't gonna sample on Chop Hall or whatever that stuff is. You know what I mean? People sample the real stuff from back then. You know what I mean? So it's like they got to do the research. They got to show respect to the culture, to the craft. They got to not to follow it, but listen to it. So when you're making the rhythm or the nowadays beats, you could have some form of the roots in it, so it doesn't lose all that is gonna help it to stay and to be sustainable and to stay here for a longer while. Because when you're doing this trap dance, or I don't even know what it is. When you're doing that stuff, it doesn't last. It doesn't last. You could nod your head a couple times, and you could be like, but yeah, but it doesn't last. You know what I mean? After July 4th, you don't want to hear that stuff again. You want a new stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they gotta listen to they gotta listen to the craft. They gotta study what's going on. They gotta, you know what I mean? Because the way is paved already. We just gotta be creative with it, because we just gotta give it a little facelift or give it a little, a little tweaking or a little renovation, but keep the roots in it. So if you keep the roots in the beat, well, hey, you know what I mean? You got something to hang on to. But if you don't got no roots and you trying to be a branch, if you don't got no roots and you're trying to be a branch, you're just going to be dry leaves.
Yeah.
That's going to get raked up and be
Did you
garbage.
come up with that one?
Huh?
Did you just come up with that one? That was a good one.
Yeah, I just
That's a good one. So in terms of dancehall's mainstream appeal, because we've certainly seen it come into the mainstream, like in America. In the UK, it's even bigger, right? Just in general, It has such a big impact on youth culture in the UK. But where do you want to see dancehall in terms of its mainstream appeal?
Well, I want to see dancehall on the same platform where we got that grime music from the UK. You know what I mean? I want to see that dancehall. We want to close all those festivals like Stormzy and all of them. You know what I mean? We want to do that stuff. We want to do it where Jay-Z and Beyonce do it, where Travis Scott is doing it, where Drake is doing it. We want to do that. Even Drake himself pay that respect to dancehall. You know what I mean? A lot of them pay respect to the real dancehall. You know what I mean? So it's like we want to see that level. And a next thing I want to address, if there's a level where we're going to get Grammys and stuff for our work, we want to get the Grammy on the same stage where Lauryn Hill and Beyonce and Jay-Z and all of them collected their Grammy. We don't want to get the Grammy as a Caribbean. We don't want to get the Grammys in the bathroom behind the backdrop saying, oh, the Grammys, oh, thank you, this, that, that. No, we want to go on the main stage and everybody sit and watch us on that Sunday when watching everybody else collecting their Grammy. We want to be right there beside Adele and all of them getting all those Grammys. We want to be on the same stage. Big up Adele. Yeah, man, we want to be on the same stage doing what we do and getting the thing, because we do music. Music is a worldwide language, man. Yeah. Music does not just speak to one set of culture or one. It's more open right now.
That's such a good point, because they do the best reggae album, etc. In the pre-show,
never,
like the earlier show,
never,
not the
ever, never on the main stage. Black Uhuru get the Grammys first out of Jamaica. You know what I mean? Yeah, with Sly and Robbie and everything. Great producers, great artists, never on the main stage. Shabba Rankin get Grammys. Beanie Man get Grammy. Bounty Shared. You know what I mean? It's just like all these, even Coffee get the last person that get a Grammy out of Jamaica is Coffee. That's like on a little backstage somewhere, a little beside the bathroom, somewhere they put a little backdrop, and then you go there like, come on, man, this is music. Music is powerful. Music is even powerful than the artists who do the music. Music is a worldwide language, man. You know what I mean? So Grammy's big up on itself, but if we get in a Grammy, if you consider us and stuff is going on and we doing a whole lot of work, we making moves, we doing music, people sampling us, it's a good thing. Yeah. And we doing music for ourselves. Yeah. Put us on the stage with everybody else. Put a little Latino on there too. Because sometimes they don't do the Latinos on the main stage. You gotta be maybe signed to a big company or one of them to be on the main stage. You know what I mean? Put us on the stage where everybody else is. If everybody can hold on the stage, break the Grammys up in like 2, 3, 4 days. So you could hold everybody on the same stage, make it equal, because now you're feeling like, oh, you're inferior to. It's a whole bunch of stuff, Sharon. It's crazy.
No, crazy. I think that's a very, very valid point, and round of applause to you for even bringing that up. Okay, so
yeah.
No, you're bringing up some excellent points. So question number 9, I called you an international man of mystery before. Like, you're a mysterious kind of guy, right? You got the shades and everything. What is one thing about you that nobody knows that would shock us all right now? Reveal something to us about you, about Busy Signal, or your real name, Riano Devon Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I have none of those type of mystery.
Or a little known fact then. It doesn't have to be completely
Yeah, well, I eat sardines a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, I love sardines.
Out of the cans. And now you're showing your eyes. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
who
I
he
love
is, like behind the shades.
I love sardines. Like
Yeah.
when I'm on tour, we gotta have like a suitcase or 2 suitcases
Yeah.
with sardines.
Yeah.
So
But
this is
wait,
probably
two full suitcases of
this is
sardines.
this is probably a free commercial, but I gotta have Brunswick sardines in soya oil. I gotta have that.
Really?
Have- Like
Every day?
I could buy the salmon. I buy all those things for my friends if they need it. I buy all the lobsters and all those stuff. I don't eat lobsters. I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat no. I love sardines.
Hmm.
I eat sardines and wheat bread, brown bread. You know
Oh,
what I mean? I love that. I love sardines like I love sardines. Big up Brunswick. Big up. I grow on that. Big up Brunswick in Canada. You know what I mean? Maybe I could get a commercial after this for doing all this. But you
you
know,
should.
thanks to Sharon, because this show probably gonna put us a whole bunch of places right now. But yeah, big up Brunswick in Canada that really do the cannon of the sardines.
Yeah.
Brunswick sardines in soya oil. That's mine. They got a whole different other. They got sardine in different sauce, different. But mine is in the soya oil. I love that. I gotta have that on tour. That's what I eat because I don't eat meat and I don't eat from. I don't just go to restaurants and I just send people to get what I want sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes when I go up into certain places, depending on where it get hectic. So I try to avoid that sometimes. Sometimes I do, but sometimes, most of the times, I don't go to like public restaurants and different places. I probably know the chef there, be like, yo, chef, make this and make this and make it this type of way. Because I could cook and stuff. I know what I want.
Oh,
you know
you
what I mean?
can cook.
So,
You're a good
yeah,
chef.
I could cook. I mean, we grow like that. I didn't grow with any sisters. It was just me and my 3 brothers. So we cook. We cook. We fight. We fuss. We cook. We play. It's a rough stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully not all at the same time with like the hot pots. Hopefully not all at the same time, like fighting with the saucepans and
No.
hot oil.
Nah, but I think the simplicity side of me, a lot of people don't know that side, because sometimes when I do step out, like to go places and stuff, sometimes that's the only time people see me, so they don't know that. Yeah, this is just it's just me. I like to play dominoes. You know what I mean? I like to play dominoes. Yeah, we play cut-short domino. I don't do that partnership stuff. I do. You gotta every man for themselves domino and.
Hardcore.
Yeah, and I just keep it simple. You know, we're at the house. We do what we do. You know, we link up with the friend them. As I said, I like to link up in person.
Yeah.
And the whole team come in and we do what we do. Or sometimes I just drive. I just go on trips. You know what I mean? I just get a driver, get one of those buses with the beds or with the little refrigerator or the TVs, and we just drive. I like doing that.
And just explore new places.
I like driving for like 17 hours. I'm just in the bus driving. We playing dominoes, looking through the window, looking at the landscapes. I love that stuff. You know what I mean? That's like I love.
That sounds like fun. You're just being free and just being on the open road and not knowing where you're going to end up, but enjoying every step of the way.
Most of the time I do that, I end up with like 500 songs.
Yeah. That's when you're most creative, you think. Yeah.
So you know who is never gonna change. You know who's never gonna change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I love that. But like in terms of the sardine, it keeps me going. Like it keeps me going. I get sardine and then you have a thing in Jamaica and water crackers. I don't know if you've seen it or you
crackers of it, yeah. We have
water crackers.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. When you get the sardine and you get the hot peppers and they get the onions and the hot peppers and the sardine and you do that stuff and then you get the crackers and yo.
That actually sounds really good. That sounds really good. I like kippers though myself. I like kippers and I like mackerel as well.
Yeah.
Kind of similar.
Yeah, it's kind of similar, but sardine is like the ultimate for me personally.
You gotta have your sardines.
Yeah, I love sardine because some of my friends, they don't eat it. Like, no, it's too raw and it's too this. Actually, the way I love it, I actually asked my doctor if it's good. And he was like, you know what you're saying, man? This is like the best canned food. The protein level that's within sardine or the type of thing you get even out of the soya oil that is in. Like I love it so much. You know what I mean? A lot of people would know that because they're thinking, okay, Busy is gonna just get the most expensive salmon. He's gonna get the most expensive tuna. I don't remember. I think blue tuna, whatever it costs. Like $37,000 for a plate of tuna, 37,000 US dollars for a plate of. Nah, I'm not that.
You're low
Yeah.
maintenance. You're a cheap date. Just get you some cans of sardines and you're happy.
Yeah, I could get this. I'll buy the expensive things for you, but I'm not on that. I need a sardine.
Yeah.
I'd spend that money and do that. But if you want whatever you want, yeah. But me, just give me that sardine and just give me a jelly off of the tree. Just give me one of those coconuts, chop it off, and give me that coconut to drink. I'm good. Yeah.
Nice. A low maintenance kind of guy. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well, that's awesome to find that out. All right. So question number 10, we're here at the end. So I want to bring up the pandemic and the fact that it looks like we're on the tail end of it, right? Fingers crossed and knock on wood and prayers and all of that kind of stuff. Would you say that the person you were entering the pandemic is different to the man you are now after going through this past year? Obviously, it's been tough for all of us in some form or fashion. And then what have you learned about yourself and what have you learned about the world from this pandemic? What are some of the lessons that you've learned and about yourself and the world? And are you different now?
I'm the same, but I learned things about the world. And I learned things about people. A lot of people get stressed out very easy. A lot of people really was faking it. You know what I mean? They're on the gram every day doing this and doing this before the pandemic. You know what I mean? A lot of shopping, a lot of floss, a lot of this, that, and going out doing what they do. But then since the pandemic, it's all ground zero, man. You know what I mean? It's like a big reality check for the whole world. Yeah. You know what I mean? We in the music industry, we get the worst effect from the pandemic because we depend on the crowd and we depend on the gathering. So I haven't worked in like 2 years, roughly, like a year and 10 months. You know what I mean?
In terms of performing live?
In terms of performing live, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm making that real cheese. You know what I mean? I haven't done that in like a year and 10 months, going on 2 years. So it's like, but if I was one of that type of person who just throw away everything that I work so hard to earn, I probably couldn't stand up here today doing this because I would probably not, I'm not doing the interview with Sean, because I don't have no clothes to wear. It's the same old clothes from the last 4 years or 3 years. I have to go shopping. I don't got any money. Man, I'm broke. It's like this thing get real. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just thankful. I mean, but me personally, I'm the same. Yeah, we go through the different stress. I really want this stuff to just be finished and be done with so we could just get back to that level or go beyond that level, because it's going to be a big landslide in terms of promoters wanting to do shows and artists performing and festivals and, you know, all the things that beneficial to the governments plus to everyone. Because, you know, the tourism, people flying in to come to the show in UK flying to come to Jamaica flying to go to the US, Canada flying to go. It's just a whole bunch of cycle going to go back right in place. And music, entertainment is like one of the most powerful language. So people go beyond just to get great entertainment. And I think it hasn't changed me, hasn't changed my whole nothing. But I just keep focused and I just keep going and I just keep praying, because my mom told me this when the pandemic, like when it just started out going into the middle of it, like a little bit, when it was that serious. I spoke to her on the phone and she was like, if it's not the end of the world, this is gonna pass. And I'm like, okay, mommy, yeah, that's that. You know what I mean? She's like that. Yeah, she think like that, and she's like that. She, you know, that type of thought and that type of food for thought where you gotta be like, yeah, you know what I mean? So if it's not the end of the world, it just have to pass. Once it's not the end of the world, you have to pass. So I just keep that, you know, the courage, the encouragement. We encourage each other, you know, along the way. Whenever I go on the live or whatever, I try to encourage whoever is there, whoever is following, whoever. I mean, I just do what I do, share what I could share, you know, whatever knowledge we could share it, and then people could, if you want to, you could follow, you could, if you want to, you could like, you could do what you do. But at the end of the day, I'm just sharing what I know and how I go about it. You know what I mean? I would never sell a fake stuff. I would never just go around and try to do that type of wrong to my listeners or my fans or just people in general. You know what I mean? But this pandemic, it opened eyes across the universe. Yeah, people get that type of reality check where, hey, I don't have to be here tomorrow. Someone could sneeze and I probably could be dead in a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was telling my dad this, like, the pandemic teaches more people to sanitize. Like, hello, why you wasn't washing your hands when you came from the bathroom? What's wrong? The pandemic it takes Corona to teach some people that. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
people learn a whole bunch of different things. You know, sometimes, you know, some people it's fatal. Some people, you know, we could probably make a little joke about certain parts of it, but it's like a real reality check to majority of the world. And don't matter the rich, the poor, the middle class, the less fortunate, all feel it. Because the rich depends on the poor. They depends on the middle class to buy stuff. You know what I mean? To get into shares, to be a customer, to be a consumer. They depend on that.
Absolutely.
You know? So it's like everybody works together. No man is an island. No man stand alone and just be by themselves. Even if you are the richest or the most wealthy person on planet Earth, you're going to need an accountant, you're going to need lawyers, you're going to need advisors. You can't do it by yourself. You can't, even if you own your own bank, you can't be your bank teller your own self for your own self. Yeah. You can't be your own accountant even if you have a degree in it. It's too much. You're one person. You're going to need somebody. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is just a whole bunch of stuff where it just open eyes to whoever, you know what I mean, whoever is alive, you know, rest in peace to all these lives that's been claimed by Corona and whatever else is out there. But right now, if you're in the now and you're alive right now, you just give thanks for life. You know, continue with the precautions, because not because the whole world is like 3 seconds away from opening. It's like you still got to be cautious, man. Don't be that type of lab rat. Don't be that type of, you know what I mean, approach with caution. Still do that. Still sanitize. Don't be like, okay, damn, I don't have to wash my hands anymore. Nah, man. You got to be, hey, do that. Keep it up. Keep it going. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Like, more things probably will come. Before this Corona, I read about stuff that was worse than this. Yeah. That happened years ago. You know what I mean?
And then, like you said, there could be worse stuff on the way. So it's unfortunate that we didn't see everyone sort of come together. You were talking about unity. It's unfortunate we didn't see as much unity as we would have liked to have seen to get this over and done with sooner.
For real.
Right. But yeah, I'm a complete germaphobe, so I'm with you when it comes to like washing the hands and all of that kind of stuff.
I'm one of those clean, neat type of, yeah. I do that. I do that. People like, oh, am I going like the Jamaican I'm talking, oh, am I going like him better than people, so? Oh, am I going like him more than, he's just doing it right, he's just doing cleanliness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I shake your hand right there, but I'm going to sanitize right here.
Yeah.
I don't know where you've been.
And then we also saw that the flu was all the way down, colds were all the way down because people were social distancing, washing their hands, have masks on, and all that kind of stuff. So.
I hope they continue that. Even say this thing passed tomorrow, I hope the cleanliness and all these precautions does not just pass tomorrow as well. We got to keep that up. We got to keep that going, because some people really don't. Like, I jump off the plane, you know, straight to the bathroom in the airport, and then, you know, I do what I do. You know, I shake that off, and then I go over to the pipe, and I'm washing my hands, and, you know, the mirrors is right here. I could see people who came in after me and go to the spot, and then I could see them passing, going outside, like, the pipes are right here. There is water here.
Don't
like,
get it.
There is hand soap, or there's even if there's no soap, there's water. You could still do. Like, yo, I've seen that so many times. So it's I guess some people don't see it as nothing. I see it as a big thing.
It's a big thing.
So sometimes like we saying hello to certain friends or certain ones that say hi to us. Sometimes they want to reach out and boom off the fist. I'd be like, hey, bless up. Yeah. Bless up. Or, you know, salute. You know, bless up, respect. Yeah. Because I don't really want to touch everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's probably not safe. You know what I mean? And this is way before Corona, not just since this stuff. Yeah, it's not safe to just go hug everybody, kiss everybody on the cheek or just touch everybody. That's not safe, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Busy, it's been incredible talking to you. It really has. Like so interesting.
Oh my God, we're gonna finish now?
That was the 10th question.
That was it.
We have some parting words because I feel like you've given us like such great advice and brought up so many good points. But is there anything else that you just want to tell everyone? You know, we're coming out, like people are going to be drinking margaritas and listening to Margarita, and you know, any sort of words of advice on how people should sort of move forward and make the most out of life?
Love, you know what I mean? Yeah. Whether you're loving from a distance or you're loving close, just show love, you know what I mean? Be clean with it too, you know what I mean? Pure love. Yeah, we don't want that type of, we don't want to lose each other, man. We lose each other to some stupid stuff, and for stupid reasons. Sometimes we even be fighting against our own selves, you know what I mean? We got to build ourselves. We got to do that type of unity move. We got to try that, do that unity move, you know what I mean? We as a people, especially as Black people, you know what I mean, if that topic is right to go there, we as like Black people, if we unite, like picture we unite like Chinese people.
Yeah.
Picture we do that type of unity, like the Jewish people. You know what I mean? Just picture we do that type of powerful unity. You know what I mean? So unity, love, you know, we don't need no animosity, we don't need no fight, no violence in no kind of way, man. If we could avoid it, just avoid it. And we go through and build each other, man. Build each other, because we need that strength. As I was saying, no one can just do it by themselves. Bounty Killer help me, Sean Paul help me, Capleton help me, Sizzla help me, Elephant Man help me. You know what I mean? I could help Future, we help Walter, we help, you know what I mean? We help, we do what we do with Jovi, we do what we do with different producers, different artists. We help along the way. You know what I mean? I'm one of the artists who record songs for the most unknown producers in the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do that. That's facts. So it's like help, love, build, show that strength, more strength, a strength to a strength. And through all of that, just sip a little margarita, you know, with ice, feeling so nice. You know what I mean?
A little margarita goes a long way. It really does. Look at this can. If I drank this whole thing, I'd be dead. Like who drinks this whole entire can?
That's like one of those. That's real tall right there.
This is like 10 margaritas in one.
Yo, that's a whole lot.
I
trust that you can handle it though. You know, maybe you could dance it off a little after you finish.
Yeah.
Dance
I'm
it
gonna be margarita and dancing the night away for sure. So Busy, like honestly, it's been so great to have you. I know you're a busy guy, and people can find you on social media. You've got all your tracks out right now. Margarita is out
Margarita is out right now. It's on all platforms. You could go check it out. It's nice. It's tropical. It's whirlical, not just tropical. It's whirlical. You know, I think one part in the song I was like, every culture from near and far, we still par. You know what I mean? So it's like the whole world, we could feel it. It's nice. It's summer about to kick in. You know what I mean? In Jamaica, we have summer all year long. We have too much summer sometimes. But right now, it's like, you know, different parts of the world is going through that summer vibe. I think the timing for this one, when Gorilla Music Source and Nourish Records released this one, I think the timing was very perfect. The marketing peeps, I got to big them up on this one. They're doing what they're doing, and hence the reason we're here right now. Big up you for having me on the show. I'm so thankful for having me right here on the live. Yeah, man, and it's on all platforms. Also, Bang Boom with Bounty Killer is out there. Boom with Sean Paul is out there. Yeah, man. Yeah. Friends Heavy. Busy Signal is out there. Maximum Sound, big up yourself. Richie, big up yourself. Yeah, man, the whole team, the whole Gorilla Source team, the whole Nourish team, big up on yourself. Tough Gang, Ghetto Youths, big up on yourself. Damian Marley, Stephen Marley, big up on yourself. Bounty Killer, the whole thing. Sharon, big up yourself. You know what thing? You know the thing. Yeah, man.
Thank you. And we're just excited to, you know, see you back out there performing as well and performing these songs.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Just go out there and deliver that stuff on stage, because I think I was born for this. Like I probably know I was born for this.
You were born for it. You were
it took a while.
Born for it. We can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I just can't wait to go out there and deliver. You know what I mean? So it's just a blessing, and I'm so thankful being here on the show. And it's been nice. It's been nice. We kick it, and we talk about, we chat about some good stuff,
Yeah.
and we talk about Wagwan, and we kick it a little bit. I try to be civil. I try to be nice. I try to be not too raw. So it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little rawness, and a little rawness is fine.
Yeah.
A little rawness is good. But no, it was great, and we talked about some really deep topics, and I feel like I'm sure even your fans who have followed you from the very beginning feel like they walk away knowing so much more about you at this point in time, and that's really what the show is about. So thank you for being so candid and so open, and spending so much time as well in your busy schedule. You're probably going to go and make like 10 songs now, aren't you?
Oh my goodness! Hey! I'm probably going. I'm probably going. I think
you got 10 songs up here now.
I know that my team. I know that my team probably records some of this. Yeah. So I'm probably, because we touched some great pointers that I'm probably not going to remember in a second. Yeah. But my team is going to be on top of that.
They're with the notepad.
Yeah, they're going to be like, yo, you said this, man. This is like a great topic. This is like a great title for a song. They're going to be doing that.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Because they know me, how I get. Like I spit stuff or I talk stuff. And then sometimes that's how I come up with songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I come up with songs. Because when I figure out that, I say some stuff or I sing a couple melodies or I do some type of flow without writing it down, and I still go through and pursue by making a song out of it. Sometimes just like this margarita song, I just saw a bottle of margarita and I'll be like, yo, you know what I mean? And now we have something in the world that's never in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think people have songs with margarita in it, but not a whole song about margarita.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just like back in the day. And I do this a couple times. Like you ask about the unknown number stuff.
Yeah.
People was getting private. I wasn't the only one who's like, when the bill collectors are calling, they don't want to show those numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people go through that, but to make a song about it, I think I was the first to make a whole song about it.
I've never heard any other song fully about it.
You know what I mean?
It's relevant to this day because I get called on unknown numbers all the time, and it's usually these spam callers.
Yeah. You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
They be calling, and then in today's world as well, you got the scammers.
Yeah.
The scammers they be calling, they be just trying to get a response.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy, but hey, love, peace, music, margaritas. Yeah.
A good combination. That's a killer combination right there. Busy Signal, thank you so much. Again, I'm going to be playing your track and dancing the night away with this margarita. Yeah. And you guys at home, thank you so much for watching as well, sticking with us through the technical difficulties. I appreciate it. But Busy, we're gonna be watching and checking out all your stuff, and can't wait to see you on stage again, as I said.
Thank you so much, and all the viewers right now. Thank you, all the listeners. Probably some people in the kitchen listening, but they didn't get to see stuff. Big up all of the people who want view and listen. Big up everybody. Just check it out. Check out the stuff. I got quite a few work going on, and I try to keep it busy. So respect and so much love and so much. I'm just thankful for the support, and thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for being on the show, and we'll have to get you back on again soon.
Definitely, no problem.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Busy, and thank you guys at home. Bye, everyone.
Bless up.
Bye, guys.